Hi, this is Daylene Barton with naturalfertilityinfo.com and the Natural Fertility community. And today I wanted to talk to you about fertility yoga. Now, I know that some of you already practice fertility yoga or have a regular yoga routine, so this video isn't so much for you guys, but maybe you can contribute at the end of this video and the post that's in addition to this video about your practice, tips for helping others, and the benefits that you've seen over time with your health through this practice and your natural fertility journey. So one reason that fertility yoga is such a great tool for healing fertility and focusing towards your fertility goals is because it's a holistic practice. And what that means is that it's going to cover not only strengthening your body, but clearing and focusing your mind and helping to reduce stress, which is huge for your spirit. So it's body, mind, and spirit. It's a whole encompassing therapy. Now, how fertility yoga benefits your body would be, for one, it's going to strengthen and tone the muscles. That's obvious. The yoga poses, the body poses that you're going to do, of course, you're using balance, strength, breath work technique, and stretching and aligning the muscles and the ligaments of the body, which is huge for fertility. But it's going to also get the heart rate going. You're going to be having focused breath work, so you're going to be creating a lot of good circulation in the body. The poses are also focused on the reproductive organs and the hormonal feedback loop communication. So, with the endocrine system down to the testes, the ovaries, this is both for men and women, so this isn't, something you can do with your partner. That circulation, because you're doing certain poses that are opening that part of your body, you're going to bring fresh oxygenated blood to your reproductive system and throughout the entire body. This is also going to detoxify the body as well, so it has a slight cleansing effect as well, as all exercise does. It reduces stress. If you're a person that has a lot of stress on your fertility journey, fertility yoga encompasses breathwork technique, visualization, kind of sort of a guided meditation. It's a flowing practice, it's a focused, calm practice, and it is proven to reduce stress. We know that stress impacts fertility in a really negative way by releasing hormones that we do not want released at certain times. So, what else? The breathing techniques are also huge for reducing stress. So, I think of fertility yoga as a real preparation tool. If you're going to be facing IVF, IUI, any sort of medical procedure, or if you have not even thought towards what pregnancy is going to be like, what labor and delivery will be like, yoga is a great tool to help prepare you in those instances, to be able to focus your mind, to have a strong, balanced, lean body, and to get you through tough times. So, if you don't already know this, we carry 3 different fertility yoga programs in our Natural Fertility Shop. And we have a new one, and it is called Yoga Practices for Fertility, and it's by Pulling Down the Moon. The 2 yoga instructors that are in this video have been through fertility struggles of their own, and that is why they created this DVD for you. That is what I love most about this practice, is that it seems very familiar and comfortable because they understand what you've been through and they make it a focus. So I think for beginners this DVD is a little better. The poses are a little bit slower and more focused. It's also in a group setting, so it's like you're watching a class and sort of involved in a class of students, regular people in a yoga studio doing the poses. Each pose is well explained, and a pop-out screen comes up as well that shows you how to use props. Now, props are an essential tool for any beginner when you are starting out with fertility yoga, or any yoga practice for that matter. They just help support the body poses so that you're not straining or overdoing any of the poses, and that you do not become injured. So that's great. So, they're going into a pose, and then the pop-out screen comes up, and you can see how to use the prop for that pose and use it properly. At the beginning of the DVD, they go through breath work techniques, which is very important so that you do the proper breathing. At the end of the DVD, they have 2 great guided visualization meditations. This is very important for you to shift your focus from the anxiety, the sadness, the depression, the frustration of your fertility journey into something very positive and focused, so that you can manifest healing, you can have a great attitude, and go forward each day without all that anxiety. It can be a tool that you can always go back to, thinking of these meditations, or using it every day to clear the junk away that you've had because of your struggles. We've had this DVD, Bend, Breathe, and Conceive, for quite a long time, and we wanted to add the yoga practices for fertility because many of you wrote in and said that you, especially beginners, that this one was a little bit more advanced, that you were struggling to do all the poses. So we wanted to give you a variety. We want you to be supported on all levels of your journey. So the Bend, Breathe, and Conceive, I think, is perfectly fine if you're a beginner. It's just that I think the teacher, Anna, is a little bit intimidating because she's been practicing yoga for quite a long time, and the poses are perfected. Eventually, that's how you would want the pose to look, where you're stretched completely out and you're holding it for some time. But remember, she's an instructor. She's very advanced, and she's practiced for many years. She also has great pop-outs on her practice that show you how to use props if you're a beginner. You're definitely going to need to get props if you're a beginner. Anna in the Bend, Breathe, and Conceive is very smart. She's a neurophysiologist. She knows how stress affects the body and the stress physiology and how it affects fertility. So the beginning of the DVD starts out with her explaining how it is going to impact your fertility negatively if you constantly are under a state of stress. I think if you're a person who has a lot of stress in your life, you're having a hard time dealing with your fertility issues, this would be a great DVD for you, just for that explanation and the focus practice that is involved around reducing stress. She's has a great explanation on all of that. I found her to be very thorough. This practice is very thorough. She goes through how to use props and what props to purchase at the beginning of the DVD as well. And then the practice is about an hour, and I feel that the movements are a little bit, they're real fluid, but they're also a little more quick. So at first it might be hard if you've never done yoga to keep up. But other than that, it's a very complete overall wonderful fertility yoga DVD. She also goes through some poses at the end where you are relaxing. So, like I said, complete thorough. That's the Bend, Breathe, and Conceive, and then we also, this new one, the yoga practices for fertility. A little bit better for beginners in my personal opinion, and totally doable for beginners, but a little bit more advanced. Something you just have to work up to over time. This is, a yoga practice is something just like with anything. It's a practice. It's something you have to do over time that you have to be consistent with. If you're not consistent, it's going to, always be sort of a struggle. So we also have, which we've had for a long time, Fertility Yoga Ebook by Heather Rodrigues, creator of naturalfertilityinfo.com. And I love this yoga ebook for a variety of different reasons. For one, if you're on a budget, it's cheaper than purchasing a DVD. If you don't have a lot of time to do a DVD practice, you just pull it up on your computer. It has step-by-step instructions with beautiful images of each pose. So say you're in a hurry in the morning and you only have 15 minutes. You can create your own fertility yoga practice from this Fertility Yoga ebook. You can just go through a couple of the steps. Pull it up on your computer, go through each one. It also has at the end all of the page with all of the poses in a series, so that once you get the practice down on your own, you can just go to that page and you can go right through each pose quickly and conveniently. This is a great program. The Fertility Yoga ebook is a great program for people who want to make up their own yoga practice, who want to go at their own pace, who want to repeat certain poses over and over. And you know, a lot of times when you're following a class or a DVD, you're like, oh, I missed that pose. You know, you're stuck. With this Fertility Yoga ebook, you can just go at your own pace. If you're a person who has a desk job, or you're at work and you take your computer, it's great to have on your computer at work, so that, you know, if you're at a desk job and you're sitting at a desk, you have a lot of stagnation in your reproductive organs, more than likely. If you don't exercise a lot, you also have a lot of stagnation. Bring this Fertility Yoga ebook up at work. Bring it up, have some yoga pants, have a yoga top that you can change into real quickly. On your lunch break, do some of this fertility yoga poses. This is a great way to support and get all of that circulation going, opening up the hips, supporting your overall fertility at work, simply. Like I said, if you're on a budget, great option. I personally find that I like to combine a DVD practice at home and also use some of the Fertility Yoga ebook poses throughout the day when I am on a break. So, you know, combining some of those. But like I said, it's all up to you. Each one may suit different unique needs. Please read over this article to have a breakdown of what each practice focuses on, and that will help you make a choice. Join a fertility yoga class if you can find one in your area. I know that a lot of our community members do fertility yoga. Please share your experiences. Now remember, this is a great tool. I think this could be one of the biggest, most important tools beyond the herbs and the supplements. This is something that's going to be a foundation for your fertility journey. This is something that is so healing overall that, you know, that's what creates the foundation. It's creating clarity of mind, body, and spirit. It's strengthening and toning your body. It's supporting your reproductive organs and the endocrine system. So really consider some fertility yoga. Now, we all know that exercise is the foundation with proper diet. So for overall health, long-term health, any kind of health, diet and exercise are key. So you are going to want to exercise for at least 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. Try to add fertility yoga 2 to 3 times a week. As you get better, add it 5 times a week. Get walking in, get swimming, biking. This is the season for wonderful outdoor activities. I know that a lot of communities have yoga in the park. Get out there, get trying this. I know that you're going to feel huge impacts on your health and healing, as well as stress reduction. I hope you have a wonderful day.